A man blows himself up while trying to swat a fly. Let's talk about that. It was 7:45 p.m. on Friday when a resident, a man who was in his 80s, became irritated by a fly buzzing around. He picked up an electric fly swatter and started targeting it, but a gas canister was leaking in his home. A reaction between the device and the gas caused an explosion, destroying his kitchen and partially damaging the roof of his home. According to the local media, the unnamed man had a lucky escape, sustaining just a burn to his hand. However, the fate of the fly is not known. The man has since been checked into a local campsite while his family repairs the house. And now going on to Tyler Bennett with local news.
The new Salt Lake City International Airport opens in 1 week. The transition happens the morning of Tuesday, September the 15th. Here's what will take to be the first passengers. Overnight terminals 1 and 2, the international terminal and the parking garage will close at new Salt Lake City Airport Garage Central Terminal and Concourse A West will be open for business. According to an airport news release on Tuesday, 6 weeks later, another portion of the airport will open, Concourse B West. That's when more airlines will make a move, like Alaska, American Frontier, JetBlue, and United. People who are returning September 15th or beyond are encouraged to park in the economy lot. Cars that are in the old parking garage, which is closing, will be moved to the new garage. A new road is opening as well. An elevated roadway is available for passenger drop-off, while passenger pickup is at ground level, according to the airport spokesman.
Very recently, movie actress Dame Diana Rigg died at age 82 from cancer. She had starred in Avengers and Game of Thrones and some pretty old movies from the 90s. She was diagnosed with cancer back in March and has since then been looking back on her life and is pretty happy with how it all turned out. And yeah, so now we're going on to good news with Raul Geronimo.
There is this Etsy shop called Dogs and Dorks. This company will print out your mask with the snout of your beloved dog or cat. Dogs and Dorks have already sold over 100 masks and still have mask orders piling in left and right. There are not only dogs and cat photos, there are your own beloved pets. Dogs and Dorks are hoping that if you can put cool designs on your mask, more people will wear them. These amazing masks only cost $15 and you only have to send them a picture of your pet. One snake owner even asked for a mask printed with the fangs of his pet reptile. People love these masks so much that they send pictures of themselves next to their pet. And now on to Mia Taylor with entertainment news.
Earlier this week, the first look at The Mandalorian Season 2 was revealed, including photos and details about the second season. The season is set to air on the 20th of October. This means that we hopefully get to see more of Baby Yoda, which I know many people were very fond of him last season. So possibly the trend with Baby Yoda as profile pictures, lock screens, etc. may come back. The creator of the show had seen a large mural, and the show hadn't even come out in that country yet. So I wonder what fans are going to do when the season comes out. But whatever it is, I'm sure it's going to be cool. Now on to football news with Blaine Ballard.
In recent news, the NFL's Patrick Mahomes signed a record-breaking contract with the Kansas City Chiefs for $450 million over the course of 10 years, with a signing bonus of $10 million. To give some perspective, Joe Montana in his 14 seasons with the San Francisco 49ers made a grand total of $25 million. That is the equivalent to about $50 million today. Mahomes has only won one Super Bowl championship and is already out-earning some of your favorite NFL legends. Fun fact, it would take Mr. Leggett over 4,500 years to earn that much money. Let's hope Mahomes is worth all that. On to Maya.
A woman named Zote rescued a bleeding dog that had been in a cage for all of its life, and here's her story. A local actress, Zote, went for a visit to a doggy daycare center and ended up adopting one of the pets. A 5.5-year-old West Highland Terrier named Snowball, an attention seeker who loves to lick Zoe's hand whenever she pets the other family dog. At first, Snowball did not know how to walk properly because she hadn't been walking very often. But after a while, she got the hang of it and is walking much brisker now, says her owner in a recent Instagram post. Now on to Sam Garcia with today's basketball and soccer news.
Basketball has changed the world, and it can do even more. Behind the t-shirt and message NFL players will be wearing in weeks. Patrick Mahomes versus Watson. It's a new day in the NFL. Soccer. They canceled the half of the games because of the COVID-19. They have to use masks or they cannot play. And it's just 2 games per month. And then we move to Destiny areas with current trends.
This week's current trends are pretty good trends. Starting with hair, the current hair trends are curtain bangs. Curtain bangs are a really popular hairstyle right now. Curtain bangs are bangs that are parted down the middle, framing your face on each side. The 1970s curtain bangs were actually popular back in the 1970s. Fun fact, being naturally blonde is pretty rare. Now going to clothing, bucket hats are a really huge thing right now. Bucket hats started gaining popularity in fall and winter 2019, and they still remain cool right now, September 10th, 2020. You can also get the bucket hats at Target and Walmart. Now going on to Braxton Folds.
Today I'm going to talk about the top 3 banned foods in the U.S. The first one is beluga caviar. Beluga caviar is the eggs of a beluga whale. They kill the whale and they take the eggs. They boil the eggs. They used to be only served to the higher class, but not anymore. But don't think about eating it. It costs up to $10,000 to buy a kilogram of it. The second one is haggis. Haggis is a Scottish dish made of scraps of meat, then put in a dumpling-like dough, then cooked. Then when done, they cut it open, it all gushes out like a hot dog, but in a dumpling. The last one is ortolan. Ortolan is a bird. The bird used to be prepared for the higher class, but when it prepared, it had no flavor. Now to Melina Galvin with current trends.
For this week's current trends, they are really interesting, especially for the makeup look trend. Starting with the makeup look are ombre lips. Ombre lips have a very light color in the center of your lips, and then going out towards the edge of your lips, they are a darker color from the lighter color. The ombre look also gives your lips a fuller look as well. Now going on to the music, the most listened artists for this week are Lizzo, Justin Bieber, Ed Sheeran, and now going on to Xander Barrett for health specialist.
Salmonella is a disease usually usually from eating things like raw chicken or raw rooster. Now people usually get salmonella from eating bad chicken because it's undercooked or cooked on the outside but not on the inside. Salmonella is really common. About 1.45 million people get infected every year. Salmonella infects the intestine, making you feel like you're going to throw up and like you're going to die by throwing up all of your stomach contents. Now people don't die from salmonella, but just the thought of someone dying because the chef at Del Taco is messing around and forgot to turn on the stove haunts me at night. People sometimes forget to check for cooked chicken, thus making them have stomach problems for a week. Ways to check for salmonella are putting a thermometer inside, and if there is red like blood, cook it for longer. Or take a fork and split it, and if it's pink, then it is not done. All in all, salmonella is easily avoidable, but it does get the best of us. Now on to Grace Pratt with U.S. weather.
California weather is extremely hot and up to 124 degrees in just a single day. 4 deaths were caused by a fire. People say this happened by a gender reveal party. They used a smoke bomb next to a very dry grass. Next to very dry grass. I guess they weren't using their heads. Because of fires, fire teams had to evacuate a whole city from a natural disaster. Luckily, everyone got out safely. And now to Gracie Trippy with local weather.
Hello everyone. Today, Thursday, is basically mostly sunny skies with maybe a few afternoon clouds and also a bit of wind, of course. It is around 69 degrees. From Friday to Sunday, Friday will be 80 degrees with lots of sunshine. Saturday is going to be 84 degrees with sunny skies, also having some wind. And Sunday is 87 degrees with sunny skies. It's also been a little windy lately, so I do suggest maybe having a jacket just in case. And now on to local weather with Meli Kalapa.
Woman donates kidney to a cop who locked her up. A woman named Jocelyn James was once on the most wanted list in Franklin County, Alabama. Jocelyn was a drug addict and made lousy choices by stealing and breaking the law. In 2007 to 2012, Officer Terrell Potter arrested her multiple times. Last November, the former police discovered that his kidneys were failing. Worst thing is that the waiting list for the kidney donation is 7 to 8 years away. As soon as Ms. James found out about Potter needing a kidney donation, she said she heard God telling her to donate her organ. Surprisingly, the two were a perfect match. Potter's surgery was performed months ago and went perfect. Now Ms. James runs a non-profit organization that provides drug counseling to women. This November, she will be celebrating her 8th year of being sober. Now they have an amazing bond with each other. The former officer likes to think of Ms. James like another